So what has Ellen Page really done for Hollywood? Let's be real. Let's be honest. What has Ellen Page really done? I'm sorry, Elliot Page really done for Hollywood? Really done for actors? Now, I can sit here and talk about stuff that I shouldn't and have no business talking about when it comes to the transitioning of Ellen Page. That's cool. Um, I'm not here to do that. Although I could, but that's not what this is about. I don't care. The only reason why I care about this, well, there's a couple reasons. The first reason, and the main reason being, Ellen Page or Elliot Page is not someone who I consider to be genuine in their transition. Want to know why? Because their characters are being switched on current productions that they're doing. So Elliot Page gets a role prior to the transition. Guess what? Guess what? The movie studios are bullied. They don't do it willingly. They are bullied to now transition the character that they created for the show. And for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about Umbrella Academy. But again, look, that's number one. Number two, reason number two, my second main reason of me caring about this is because what I'm about to show you, the clip that you all are about to see, Ellen Page does not look happy. Now here she's going to talk about he's going to talk about tears of joy. I don't see no tears of joy. I've watched this video twice. Not seen any tears of joy. You can hear the pain in their voice of the traumatization of what they've done to themselves. Let's take a look.
All the trauma aside that it took you to get here, the courage that it took you to stand within the truth of yourself and to do the thing that you've always known you needed to do.
Looks
what part of your transition has actually brought you the most joy?
I'm just saying, she does not look healthy. Look at this.
Goodness, what has brought me the most joy? The most joy.
Fam, this is Juno. Remember that. This is Juno. Yeah, you can say Kitty Pryde. Yeah, you can say the chick from Super. Yeah, you can say the chick from was it Wicked? Whip It, whatever. But this was Juno.
It's getting out of the shower and the towel's around your waist and you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're just like, there I am. And I'm not having the moment where I'm panicked. I'm not having all these little moments that used to be.
But what would you be panicking about? Whatever.
Just being in a t-shirt.
That's probably none of my business. Whatever.
It's being able to touch my chest and.
Well, what's left of it?
Feel comfortable in my body for probably the first time. Tears of joy.
See, I don't get it. I don't get it. Now again, I'm not saying I know the ins and outs of Ellen Page's mind and everything, but and I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh, she seemed fine, throughout life and everything. Like, who knows what kind of life she lived? I'm not saying that. But what I am saying
feel comfortable in my body for probably the first time.
Opening up like never before, Elliot sheds what he calls tears of joy in his first interview with Oprah, streaming tomorrow on the Apple TV Plus series, The Oprah Conversations.
You were suffering depression, anxiety, panic attacks.
It wasn't good.
This is the result of Hollywood elites. This is the result of Hollywood elites. This is what they do to these kids, man. Now, I'm not calling her a kid because Ellen Page, I believe, was older than me by quite a few years. So not by any means am I saying, oh, Ellen Page is a kid. But Ellen Page came into the game as a kid. She did. And now Elliot Page, as we see, is getting that tail end of the trauma of Hollywood. Everything has an agenda. Now, whether we pay attention to that agenda, is another thing. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. We pick and choose. I'll admit it, I do it all the time. You got to do it to stay sane. But this to me is not, and I'm not going to try and use the word normal because that's so generalized now and overused now that people use that as ammo. It's like, oh, normal. No, you use the word normal. That's so terrible. Oh, but this is not normal. This is not. If you were to tell me 5 years ago that this would be happening, my expression would be way worse than what my reaction would be way worse than what it was, than what it is still.
Can you describe the feeling that came up that then said, I'm going to declare this?
I came out as gay right before my 27th birthday, and up until then.
Again, means nothing. Means absolutely nothing to your job. Means absolutely nothing to the reason why you got into acting. This is what makes me so fucking mad. Is when celebrities do this shit. I love Joaquin Phoenix. But why would you stand up at the Oscars when winning an Oscar and talk about climate change? Why? No one fucking cares.
And I had pretty much never even touched someone outside who I was in love with, And so I think any kind of sensation of feeling that again, there was just no way
So what is she talking about? You just turned into a dude, and now you're speaking gibberish. Literally fucking gibberish. Elliot Page, looking like Justin Bieber on heroin. Just drugged up. Fucked up. This is
I
our
could
future,
do it.
man.
It felt important and selfish for myself and my own well-being and my mental health. And knowing the pain and the difficulties and the struggles I faced in my life, let alone what so many other people are facing, it absolutely felt just crucial and important.
You had one of the easiest jobs in the fucking world and you pull this shit. This is why I cannot stand these celebrities that do this. Again, as Jesse Peterson, not all, but a lot. I'm not even gonna say most, but a lot. A lot of them take advantage of this mental health shit. A lot of them take advantage of it, and they do shit like this. This is not cool. Again, I'm not saying the transition thingy that they're doing, but there's a reason why I have a transgender series here on HAP. Because it is an agenda being pushed in Hollywood. There's an agenda being pushed in video games. There's an agenda being pushed in music. And I have given you guys all the examples here on this podcast. But look, we got the point across with this whole Elliot Page shit.
Important for me.
Elliot, who has gone top surgery, also explains what it feels like to finally feel comfortable in his own skin.
What part of your transition has actually brought you the most joy?
I'm not having the moment where I'm panicked. I'm not having all these little moments that used to be.
And all right. So here's the thing. Okay? Because it's none of our business, right? It's none of our business whether this person transitions into a man or woman or alien, whatever the fuck, right? But when they come out into the publicly and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. Hey, from now on, we're going to switch the character, like if I should not, because we already know what's going to happen. Because like I said, with the Umbrella Academy, they already came out as soon when this whole announcement shit happened last year and said, hey, look, we're going to change Elliot Page's character to a guy. So now you all can rest easy, blah, blah, whatever. They pandered. They fucking pandered. They dropped everything and they fucking pandered. But the biggest problem with this whole thing is that now it's going to be a bunch of Elliot Pages that go out there and they're going to start applying. I'm not applying, but I guess you could probably say applying. But they're going to start going for these roles. And then when it's a role that they don't think, because they aren't good enough of an actor to do, they're going to then say, switch gender. Or make this character a what do they call it? Bi-gender character. Gender fluid character. I have no fucking idea. There's like a million fucking words for this shit. I don't know. But you all know what I'm saying. It's gonna be a bunch of that shit. That is the biggest problem. Because if this generation of acting, and this generation of just the entertainment business in general, which to me, again, is the easiest job, has the easiest jobs, and some of those jobs are the hardest jobs. The behind the scenes stuff, it's just some of the hardest stuff to do. But being an actor, it's easy. It's easy. And I'm not saying all of it is 100% super duper easy, but you all know what I mean. It's one of the easiest jobs ever. You got one simple task. It's definitely one of the highest paid, easiest jobs out there, or easy jobs out there. And again, I'm not here to sit here and compare jobs and shit like that, nothing like that. But I'm saying that for a reason. It's because people can't sit back and say, like, look, I was watching Joe Budden's podcast yesterday, and you know what he said? He said, and again, I'm not going to go on that whole tangent either about that podcast. I'll talk about that later at some point. And not that I agree with the stuff he was saying yesterday, but one of the things that did catch my attention that he did say yesterday on the podcast to his friends on the podcast that returned, he said, think about this. No other job can you say, hey, pause. You can pause everything and go away for 6 weeks and then come back and everything's fine. Or come back and you still have your job. The entertainment business is the only business you can do that shit in. The entertainment business is the only business you can do this shit in. I sit here and I try and give them the benefit of the doubt. I keep my mouth shut on a lot of shit. But I am not going to sit here and watch Elliot Page say boo-hoo and oh, woe is me. And then try at the very end, try and say, oh, but I do feel better. These are tears of joy. You're not even making any sense. So how do you feel now that you're a man? Well, technically I'm in a boy's body right now. And, I walk out of the shower and I feel my chest. I got a towel around my waist. And I'm just like... And then, I went down to the barbershop, paid $5 for this haircut. I can't believe my hair is real. I can't believe my chest is real. I can't believe my shoulders are real. My fingers, my arms. Oh, wait, what are we talking about again? Oh, yeah. I thought I was an actor, not sitting here talking about my gender. That has nothing to do with my career at all. Look, man, I'm tired of talking about this shit. I really am. But this shit just it gets under my skin sometimes, man. Because and it's not because she's transgender or whatever. It's because, and yeah, I made the joke earlier like, this is Juno, because it is. It's like, holy shit. To think 15 years ago, Juno, and then you see this. And this is all because the Hollywood elites are doing this to young actors and actresses. This is proof. This is evidence. Anyways, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is going up on Patreon. So make sure you guys go head over to YouTube and hit that like and subscribe as well. All right. I am me. This is Half-Ass Pod. I am OUT.